what was the biggest turning point for you? What was this biggest convincing point for 1inch to rebrand and this whole journey?
With the new 1inch brand and domain 1inch.com, we present a unified, clean, and professional identity that reflects on basically our true mission. And the true mission is delivering the most efficient and secure way to exchange the assets. We're evolving with the industry itself. So remember when the first exchange needs come, there was just a P2P. So we were trying to find the people on the street that really need to change cash to crypto, or on the opposite side. The industry evolved, then the world DeFi starts to basically play a big role.
What about the next 5 years? How does the next 5 years look for 1inch?
I cannot share more details, but
Hello, everyone. I am Insha Zia from CCN, news editor at this amazing publication. Today, I'm joined by Aleksandra Fetisova, better known as daosasha or just Sasha in the crypto space. She is the head of BD at 1inch. And over the past few years, we're gonna talk about the 1inch rebrand now, which 1inch over the past few years has grown from a simple DEX aggregator into now one of the most influential players in DeFi. And just last week in Token 2049, unfortunately, I wasn't able to meet them, but now we're here virtually. So they unveiled a very big major rebrand, positioning 1inch at this to become a new home for DeFi, with this new unified platform and vision to bring crypto with global finance. I was there when Sergey announced it, and I want to now talk to Sasha all about it. So talk to me all about the rebrand. How about the journey over the past few years? It was a DEX aggregator, 1inch. Now it's a full ecosystem. And looking back, what was the biggest turning point for you? What was this biggest convincing point for 1inch to rebrand and this whole journey?
Thanks a lot, sir, first of all, for joining us at this biggest announcement. It's a really big milestone. Unfortunately, our co-founders, Sergey and Danduan Kanton, won't be able to share with you it right now, but I am, as a person who really consider 1inch is not just an innovative product, but this is my family. I'm really happy to be here and share, so thanks a lot for having us. And yes, you're right. Basically, I believe you already heard the story of 1inch when we developed this solution in the hackathon in 2019 in New York. And it was the solution that basically aggregate all DeFi liquidity at that moment and bring in the best rates. And the new rebranding is basically reflective of who we have become and where we're going. So with the new 1inch brand and domain 1inch.com, we present a unified, clean, and professional identity that reflects on basically our true mission. And the true mission is delivering the most efficient and secure way to exchange the assets. This was from the very beginning, with the with the products that basically tailored for both casual users, and also now we're getting serious and targeting the institutional players. So I don't know, this rebrand they directly correlates to our growth and tech maturity level. And yeah, I believe we reached the milestones such as cross-chain and 10-base swaps and the Solana integration, which change now how the users engage with the DeFi. Yeah, it's like very high level.
Yeah. So 1inch has been in the space for quite a long time. I feel like it has been forever. And for people who only know 1inch as a swap aggregator, how would you describe 1inch today now after the rebrand?
Yeah, good question, actually. I would say we're evolving with the industry itself. So remember when the first exchange needs come, there was just a P2P. So we were trying to find the people on the street that really need to change cash to crypto, or on the opposite side. Then we saw centralized exchanges that start to basically play a big role on the market. Then finally, our beautiful partner Uniswap exists, and then basically we become the aggregator of these DEXs. And this was the first basically example of how people can do this swap in the most efficient way. Then the industry evolved. Then the world DeFi starts to basically play a big role. So we basically start to work on decentralized finance before even the DeFi words start to be very efficient, very popular. And then basically there is another user experience happen, which is intent-based swaps. And this intent-based swap is in this improvement started to basically help us to aggregate liquidity, not just from the DEXs, but also through our third-party resolvers, through basically we're covering the whole market liquidity. And this is what actually helps us to start be more starts to be more interesting for the institutional players. And that's how basically we happen. So from the B2C users with them, from the basically community-driven hackathon project to the unicorn that are very welcome to all institutional players. And the dream is basically to have, I don't know, Revolut app. There is another cool app which is or in one to have the ability to just have on the other side all the operations which is with the fiat money, digital assets, and on the other side the DeFi option, where I hope oneinch.com and OneInch developer portal, OneInch business will be a part of.
So I was there at Unite DeFi, the side event you guys had in Singapore. You know, this was a glimpse into the rebrand, basically uniting the whole of DeFi. So talk to me about Unite DeFi a little bit. What were some interesting projects that you saw? What were some interesting partnerships that you guys are looking at or have already made? For example, or you guys have one partnership with Coinbase as well for the 1inch swap API. So talk to me all about Unite DeFi, the event that happened, interesting projects you got to see, and the whole experience.
Yeah, thanks a lot for this question. So Unite DeFi is not just one conference for us. Unite DeFi, it's the concept, it's the principles. So as an aggregator in this space, we want to unite all DeFi players and basically finally make the self-custody approach mainstream. And this is what was one of the reasons behind why the hosting this big conference. And there was a great honor to have our beautiful partners. Yes, you mentioned we released the collaboration with Coinbase, but a part of that we already, as I mentioned, we're evolving from the B2C product into the more institutional SaaS-like suite of tools and offering API developer integrations and user-friendly platform for both retail and institutions. And we already have these partners like Binance Web3 Wallet, Trust Wallet, OKX Wallet, who using us under the hood, even MetaMask, to provide the most efficient, secure swaps for their users. And this conference was about basically showing the industry that already top players on the market also using the decentralized approach. You see, like the most of the centralized exchanges also start looking into DeFi because it's the way of decentralized freedom. So this was about discussing how we can onboard these first billion users, but through the DeFi to educate what is the difference and how the DeFi can be beneficial for the biggest institutional players together with the other Coinbase, Trust Wallet.
So talking about bringing the billion users, uniting DeFi. Talk to me about the pain points from the early days. How difficult was it back then when 1inch was a DeFi aggregator, and how do you see things turning for the better if right now after the rebrand?
It's also again very good point. I would say it's always hard to. Well, I mean, it's not hard, but it's a challenge to onboard newbies to the DeFi direct. So basically, 1inch designed for the professional traders, and that's why we also implemented the 1inch mobile wallet where users can start playing with not like complex DeFi trading, but at least to start sending in self-custody way, keep their assets, and then swap for sure. So the biggest challenge, I believe, for us is a few things. First is to make the user onboarding easier, so they don't need to like take care of. I mean, they still have to be very wise on storing their private keys, but there are already, several solutions where, like which is social login, where people can at least be sure if something wrong, there is some backups. So user experience in terms of the user onboarding as well as the usage is a big pain point, and the solution is improve our UX. Plus, maybe have some alternative AI agents that are now existing on the market that basically potentially can guide you on this complexity on each individual step. The second thing is basically to be educated. What is the basically risks, what are the and of course what are the opportunities of using the self custody approach. And this is the second point where we're really paying attention on. Yeah, and so be very and the last thing is to keep the innovation going. So again, the ideal situation is when the user creating their wallet, doing all the operations cross chain through hopefully 1-inch Fusion Plus, and don't even know what is happening under the hood. So this is the ideal situation to improve the user experience and the onboarding as well as the technical solution for the users, so they can just basically managing their operations assets, and the functionality will be as much easier as as it could be.
So right now, I think 1inch has been here for many years. We saw this rebrand. You know, what about the next 5 years? How does the next 5 years look for 1inch? Are we looking at another rebrand after there is a 1 billion users using 1inch? Is there a milestone that you guys are looking at? Uh, Please share.
We always deliver first. This is the approach that we usually follow in, but we have a very talented teams of developers who thinking ahead and delivering the innovation maybe a few weeks before the trend starts. So that was with the Fusion, then it was with the Fusion cross-chain, then we added Solana. Now we're working on the improvement even more. So there are a few steps that we are covering is to make the cross-chain solution the biggest cross-chain ever. Why? Because the difference of the cross-chain that 1inch is delivered, it's that self-custody on the other hand, and chain agnostic on the second hand. So basically expand more into other chains to make this liquidity migration happen finally. This is one thing that we're following. Another thing is keep innovating the product. I cannot share more details, but our co-founder Sergey make a little bit pre-announcement during our Unite DeFi event about the Aqua. So this is something that is happening very soon. So this is the innovation that we're going to deliver. I want people to guess, and then we'll leave it as it is. And the last thing is to basically global expansion. We feel comfortable on the other markets, but we see what's happening right now in the global markets, in the industries. We see how institutions start to looking into self-custody and DeFi approach. We see how other regions like US getting very so they are following very interesting approach by opening the opportunities for the wider players on their market. We also see major opportunity in regions like MENA and Asia, where basically innovation friendly regulation and rising basically crypto literacy creates a very fertile ground for the DeFi adoption. So basically, by collaborating with the local partners, like we do with the Coinbase, like we do with the Binance and other institutional local big giants, we want to make 1inch even wider and make the mass adoption happen through this.
So every rebrand is I'll say they're challenging. Pivoting is also it's a new territory for everyone, right? What is something, what one milestone or a few milestone will convince you, like, okay, yes, the rebrand that we did is we needed this rebrand. it is good, we're going good. And basically convince yourself, or basically a pat on your back, that okay, yeah, the pivot was the right direction.
Yeah, good question. Thanks a lot. I would say one thing that I want to mention is we developed our solution at the hackathon, and then we did rebranding like a hackathon. I believe Sergey already shared, like he brought the whole team to Dubai, and we managed to make it happen in a very limited period of time, but in a high. I feel like it's high quality. So the milestone that maybe I would consider personally, because it's better to double check with the co-founders what the milestone that they have in their mind. But the feedback from the community, we really see that uh, some our community members, which is OGs, are asking that they're gonna miss the unicorn, but at the same time they see that we're getting serious, and they couldn't even more proud of the team that from the hackathon project now start to collaborate with the big players like Coinbase. So I would say maybe the new more the more institutional contract that we're gonna sign, it will be the good sign that we're moving to the good direction. And also I would gladly check our Dune dashboard and see even like our volumes, which is doubled. There will be the second milestone, volumes and more community members who is joining and the checking. So yeah, both both direction would be good to have.
So congratulations once again on the rebrand. Excited to see what 1inch is going to bring to the ecosystem, and I do wish you luck
Kudos to
with
our
more
team.
users,
Yes.
more volume, and more DeFi platforms joining in. If you have anything you want to share with our readers, with our watchers, please do take the stage.
Yes, I want to actually. I always during the every event, I'm really asking you guys. So we are talking about the mass adoption, and
Yeah.
we can't. I can't wait to have to make it happen. But we're all responsible for this mass adoption. And you guys, those who are watching right now, please go and ask your neighbor to install the mobile wallet and do the at least one swap, for example, on 1inch or any other providers. So this is the way how we can make this mass adoption happen. So let's also take this responsibility and educate our community, our friends and families on how to divide. This is the very gentle ask from our side.
Sasha, it has been a great conversation. I wouldn't say it was an interview. Thank you for giving us the insights
Appreciate it.
on the
Appreciate
rebrand.
it.